Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Path to Power, and on my left I have my notes because I really liked this. I actually loved this. This was fan-freaking-tastics. Like, I don't even know. Like, this is the same. I understand it's like 17 movies later, but this was actually amazing. They started by finding Bulma and Oolong and everybody, but they did it a lot better this time. The story was stronger, the characters were stronger, the voice actors were correct, the relationships were amazing. There's the Red Ribbon Army early on in the Muscle Tower where we get Ader. Ader is a big part of this movie. So some of the fights were just like literal mini bosses, and they were not exactly the most needed, but I guess for the story it kind of was. So the story did need General White because he was in Muscle Tower. It didn't really need General Blue, I guess, because he's General of the Navy. To say how little General White was needed, that was over in like 5 seconds. Goku threw his power pole at him, and he was just like, nah, I'm gone. The snowball fight between Goku and Ader was so wholesome. It's insane. It is genuinely baffling that this is to go from Curse of the Blood Rubies to Sleeping Princess in Devil's Castle to Mystical Adventure, which was better. But then to this, they made the right call coming back to Dragon Ball after like what, 17 movies or 11 movies, something like that. Cause oh wow, this is the gold standard for Dragon Ball movies, officially. One thing I did have a problem with, sometimes animes will throw this in for fanfare. I don't know what fans, it gotta be the younger teenage years. The upskirts of Bulma were so unnecessary. That's all I'm gonna say, they were just super unnecessary. I wrote this down 3 times, and the last time is the one I'll spend the most time on. This movie had some of the coolest Kamehameha waves I've ever seen. Goku's Kamehameha was cooler than when Master Roshi did it the first time. Bulma ruins Yamcha. Yamcha and Puar were about to save everybody from the Red Ribbon Army because they were basically captured by General Blue while Goku was knocked out. But Bulma, being a girl and acknowledging Yamcha, kind of blew everything up because he just folded like a cracker. So when Goku woke up, no one was around. There was a quick fight with Commander Violet, I believe. Yeah. Or not Commander, but Captain Violet, something like that. General Violet. The final fight with the army feels a lot like Dragon Ball Z Goku, with the animation style and the lighting and just the overall expressions on Goku's face. I was not expecting the betrayal of Commander Red by Assistant Black, and then he takes over the big robot and we get the true final boss, which is Assistant 8 in this big mecha that is just big and clunky and spherical, very spherical. It was almost like the Death Star was his torso, weirdly enough. Goku is defeated by this because the Kamehameha wave does nothing to it at first, and then Ader saves him. And in saving him, Ader ends up literally dying for Goku, literally sacrificing himself. Goku loses his mind. with this. I'm not even joking. You do not hear screams like that in Dragon Ball. Really, ever. I don't think you ever hear anything like that in Dragon Ball. You do hear it all the time in Dragon Ball Z, though. And that power and the aura and everything, it's very Dragon Ball Z. They brought Dragon Ball Z into the Dragon Ball universe a little bit with this one. And so when Ader dies, Goku figures out what happens to his grandpa and realizes that his grandpa, like Ader, is never coming back, which, wow, that is a heavy topic, and especially how they approached it. It was very heavy. And we officially get the greatest Kamehameha wave in Dragon Ball history. I don't know if it beats all the Dragon Ball Z, but it's up there. This is like a top 3, if not best Kamehameha wave I've ever seen. The animation is just so, it's so crisp, it's so clean. It's so out of place almost in Dragon Ball. It's so miraculously beautiful. I don't even know how to describe it, honestly. These words are not doing it justice. That Kamehameha wave does finish off Assistant Black, and they get all the Dragon Balls. They summon Shenron and summon Ader back to life. That is after Yamcha was like, I don't need help with girls. Bro did the Giga Chad move. You do you, bro. And then Bulma does the female equivalent, and she's like, you're him. You're the dream already. So Goku flies in with Ader, asks Shenron to bring him back to life without the bomb inside of him that was implanted in him that General White tried to use against him. Oh, wow. So, for the ranking here, story for Dragon Ball, for the curve that we've been doing, this was a solid like 9.8. Characters, we're just gonna go 10 for the first 2. We'll keep it at round numbers for now until we get to the Dragon Ball Z movies. Relationships, they all fit together perfectly. Yeah, 10. The fights throughout and the final fight, 10. Especially compared to the other ones. And enjoyment, dude, I have not been able to stop smiling like this entire time. This is just off the high. After finishing the movie, I hit record pretty much immediately to get my initial first reaction, and 10 across the board. This is amazing. This is fantastic. The other ones I recommend to watch because they're Dragon Ball. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, you should watch them. But this one, as any Dragon Ball Z Super GT fan, really, if you like anime in general, if you like fighting anime, if you like a little bit of slice of life, there's not a ton in this, but a lot of growth overall from some characters, even though it's only an hour and 18 minutes. I recommend this to pretty much anyone that likes anime. I'm gonna put that there. And that's all I can say about this. I loved it. If you've seen it, let me know your thoughts down below. But for now, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.